Okay, good morning and welcome to another video by AntiquesArena. My name's Walter O'Neill. I'm a UK reseller and buy and sell antiques, collectibles and anything I like that's weird and wonderful that I can sell, flip and hopefully make a profit. Today I'm going to share with you some of the things I found at my local car boot sales, flea markets, charity shops, things like that. And tell you what I've paid, what I hope to get from, and you can let me know what you think. So, yeah. Today, I'm going to show you the item, show you some comparables on eBay and things like that to give you an idea on prices. And I really have got a good little selection for you today. A little bit of housekeeping before I start. I want to give a massive shout out to Kim and anyone else in Canada. Hurricane, or I'm not sure if that's the right word, but Hurricane Fiona hit Canada, and Kim commented a day or so ago saying that she was struggling to watch my videos and they were the only thing keeping us sane because they had next to no electricity and things like that, where the cyclone, I think the word was when I looked it up online, but severe hurricane hit Canada. So for everybody affected with that, I'm sending love. And Kim, thank you for trying to keep watching even though what you're going through. I'd also like to say a massive, massive congratulations to a friend of mine from Cardiff, Ali, who has just been blessed with the birth of his baby daughter. She's absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to go down and meet her. I've got photographs, but I'm not sharing them. They're not mine to share. But she is absolutely beautiful. So congratulations to you, my friend. Hope everything is going well, and I'll see you soon. Last bit of housekeeping. If you like my videos, please subscribe, like, share, comment, all of that, help the channel grow. If you want to support the channel, everything you need to know is in the description. And shall we get started? Got a wonderful little haul for you today. There's a big variety, big mix of items, so I think you'll be quite pleased. Anyway, this is the first of today's little buys. Now, I missed this at the car boot sale. Another dealer bought it for 50 pence and then later sold it to me for £40. And we have a piece of early 19th century sterling silver. Now, look how crisp them hallmarks are. Assayed in London in 1824. And how do I know that? Well, we're going to take a look now. So, is this the right one? Yes. So, if we come down here, these are the marks I just highlighted in blue there. Let me zoom into them. There you go. So, we have the lion patent. We have the leopard head. We have whoever this gentleman is, possibly George III. I'm not sure. Looking to the right, 1824. Who was serving in 1824? Let's have a look. George IV. So that is George IV. So you have the lion, the leopard, George IV looking to the right, and the letter I that looks like a number 1, which is what I've got. Let me come back if you do have another look. So you have down the bottom here, you have George IV looking to the right with a number, with the letter I that looks like a number 1. At the top there, you have the lion and the leopard head. And you ask yourself, what's that in the middle? That is the maker's mark, WE, in a rectangle. Yeah, in a rectangle. Look how crisp and clear those marks are. It's 2 years off, 200-year-old. And the maker's mark is not as simple. Now, there's a variety of WEs, but the one I believe it is this one here, because the E have got tails at the back, and it's in the right square. The one below it's got a dot. That one's got a dot, but this haven't. So I think this is the one here. And then it comes across here to a variety of people who it could have been. All these here, you have William Eaton, William Edwards, William Ellaby, William Estabrook, and William Ellie II. So it could be any of those, really. So I'll just put it down as WE. I may even include that little snippet there into my description. But either way, we have, let me close that. We have a sterling silver jug that is 198 years old, hallmarked or assayed in London. And you know what? It's in original condition. Normally, the Victorians got hold of these and they embossed flowers and cherubs and that all over them and absolutely destroyed them and devalued them. This is still original Georgian. Look at that. Still got gilding inside. No dents, nothing. Look at that handle. I paid £40 for this. £40 is about $50. 280 grams, or just over 280 grams. Equates to about 14 pence a gram for 200-year-old silver in this condition. Who says you can't get antiques and bargains at a car boot sale, huh? Look at that. Beautiful. Absolutely over the moon. So that's the first of today's buy. Then I purchased this, which is a Bakelite tea caddy. Top and screws. There you go. It's not the brightest here, unfortunately. Struggling with light at the moment. I really am, but I am trying my best. You have to bear with me. So there you go. You have a nice brown Bakelite tea caddy. Registration applied for, British made. That's what it reads on the inside there. Probably 1920s, 1930s. This cost me 50 pence, half a dollar. Let me show you the prices on some of these. So, there's one there on eBay currently, same colour, Art Deco Bakelite tea caddy, asking £58. There's another there, Bakelite tea caddy, vintage retro, £38. That was it. Is there any more on there? I thought there was more on that. Anyway, we come across here to the soles, and you have one there in a slightly lighter colour, sold at 40. Same colour as what I got, sold at £38, and then £19.99 sold down there. So my 50 pence is certainly going to be 30 quid for my 50 pence for an Art Deco Bakelite tea caddy in lovely, clean condition. That's a bit of luck, isn't it? Let me see if I turn that around there. I got a bit better light. Maybe. What's next? Well, yeah. Next, I can thank a friend, Justin, at another dealer at the boot sale, for leaving these there for me. Walking around Gay on Sunday, I come up to a stall full of Whitefriars, bowls, and 2 Whitefriars Sparrowbeak jugs, 2 different sizes, the large and the small, one larger than the other. If anybody's ever interested in the Whitefriars labels, guess what? There you go. That is what a Whitefriars label looks like. Do you see that figure in the center? That is known as the monk. And you can find that in paperweights and things like that. If you find a paperweight with that monk in the canes, it's a Whitefriars paperweight. Anyway, Whitefriars Sparrowbeak jugs, clear handles. This one in a ruby red. This one in a beautiful, I don't know, kingfisher blue maybe. Not sure. Perfect condition for both of them. £7 for the pair. £7. That's £3.50 a jug. All right. Both got ground out pontles. If you don't know what a ground out pontle is, see if that one shows it. There you go. Perfect. So where they snap it off the rod, they then ground it smooth and then polish it. So when they're hand blown, they snap it off and ground it out. I think that's something you find on 99% of Whitefriars. I think there are some that are mold blown, I think. Anyway, there you go. Pair of those for £7. Justin left them there. I showed him later, or he saw later on when he saw I bought them. He said, well, I left them here. They were pretty standard for me. But standard or not, when you're paying £7 for two, look at these. There's a little one there, £14, 29. People are asking silly money. There's a little one there for £7 for a little one, 14, 20. There's one there with the label on it for £18 for a single. The way I saw it, I paid £7. If I get 20 quid for the pair with the label on it, I'm on a winner. So that was, thank you very much for leaving it away for me, Justin. Over the moon, fella. Then I had a piece of this, which is Royal Albert Old Country Roses, fully stamped up on the back. This came in for 50p, half a dollar, and I haven't looked them up. Didn't need to really. It's like a £10 item, £10 or £15 item for a Royal Albert clock. I haven't put a battery in it yet to see if it's working. There were a lot of, well, let me rephrase that. There was a lot of Royal Albert porcelain there this week, but a lot of people were dear. They wanted like £25 for a set of 6 trios with jug and bowl, no teapots, things like that. I just weren't willing to pay it. But when you're buying that for 50p, then I'm willing to pay it. Because even if that bit doesn't work, I will still sell the frame because it's in good condition, fully stamped up, Old Country Roses. So for 50p, it's going to be 10 to £15 somewhere under there. What was next? Next, this came in on the same boot sale as the solid silver jug or the sterling silver jug, and I absolutely adore this. So we have a copper plate, or copper dish, bowl, whatever you want to call it. It's got 3 applied brass feet. Now, this is Middle Eastern, Islamic, and what they've done, they've had this copper plate. They've then hammer and chiseled this pattern out by hand, and then they've inlaid solid silver. So all this white is solid silver. And if you look, let's give you some examples. There, that is Islamic or Arabic writing. There's another bit there. It's Arabic writing. There. It's hidden in the pattern, but you can see it. It is there. And some of this stuff, Damascus metalware, Cairo metalware, pulls really good money. That cost me a whole £2. I can tell you now, that has taken somebody a lot of work to carve all this into the copper, then inlay it with the silver, and making sure all the writing is right and all. Sometimes these are hard to read because this is not like an alphabet. This is somebody's handwriting. So, it is sometimes hard to read, but what a beautiful, beautiful dish. A lot of work gone into that. I'm going to show you some examples of Middle Eastern metalware now with the silver inlaid. And so, come back up here. Now, there's a variety of different styles. Let me zoom in a bit so you can see some pictures. So you can have them in panels there. Look at that. Etched into copper. Another one there. Chased silver into copper. Now, there's a whole huge variety. Look at that. That one there is inlaid with copper and silver into brass. Some just with the script on. Now, I found one very similar to what I got. Now, that is very similar to what I've got. Their photographs are atrocious. That is the best photograph they got. Right? Very, very similar to what I got. Scalloped edge around there. It's got the line going around the rim. It's got all this. It's pretty much identical. Now, they're selling theirs as Cairo way. Now, it's very close to what I got. And they're asking £120 there. And there's another one, almost identical again. Very, very similar. And they're asking £135. Now, bear in mind, I paid £2 for mine. Sold prices, I did have a look for soles. There was next to nothing on ya. You had this one here, 150. That one above it doesn't count because that's a tinned Middle Eastern Persian one. I think that was it. There's one there for 45. 35 there, some boxes for 34. But yeah. So beautiful, beautiful piece. Inlaid with solid silver, hand chased, hand inlaid with Arabic writing on. Cost me £2. I'm going to be £45–50 on my website until it sells. It is an absolute gem of an item and in beautiful, beautiful condition. Nice patina on the back. A lot of the times these were given as wedding presents, things like that. So you may have the family names, or you could have a message of love, things like that. But yeah, beautiful thing for £2. Somebody was smiling on me that day. Okay, let's do what we got next. Right. Let's do a little bit of standard, but still good. So we have here a 19th century ceramic jug. Normally, it's not the sort of thing I normally buy. It's got all the fruit up here. It's like a silica type way. Here you go. You can see the sort of coopering of the barrel. Nice double handle there. It's just a nice jug. It's not the sort of thing that I buy. The reason I bought it was that I can tell you the day, the month, and the year that this was made. And people like to be able to date their items exact. People collect just that. So you've got here, what's that say down here? I can't read that without my eyeglass. Anyway, this is a Victorian lozenge mark used from 1842 to 1883, something like that, 1888 maybe. We'll have a look now because I've actually got it ready for you. Now, I've actually done a video teaching you how to read this Victorian lozenge mark. I will put that into the description. But if we come here, so basically at the top there, you have two different ones. The first one on the left started in 1842 and went up to 1860. Then they went up to 1882 on the one on the right, from 1861 to 1882, and then it went into a standard registration number. So when you look at them, I know mine has got the year at the top, not the day and the month. So mine is this one. So I know for a fact mine is 1860 or earlier. Right? But then I come down here and it'll tell you. So if I look at the year is Q. And I find Q on here, it's 1866. The date is the 20th. The month is H. So if I come down to the month, so the 20th of April, 1866, this jug was made. Exactly. There is no question whatsoever. That is the date this jug was made. Now, they do fake them, but when they fake them, they do it so the lozenge mark is visible, but you can't read stuff on them. So we have an absolute stormer of a jug, 20th of April, 1866. So you work that out, that's 44, 144, 160, 166-year-old. Now, I paid a £5 for it. It's not worth a fortune. It's worth £20–25 because of the lozenge mark. And that's where I'll be selling it at. But what a nice thing. And when we talk about lozenge marks, I have another piece. I bought 2 pieces in one day with a Victorian lozenge mark. We'll talk about this item in just a minute. But this item, still the same with the year at the top. It's got a bit of verdigris on there, but the year on this one is a Z, no a Z. You can just make it out there. So if I was to come back here and look at the Z, now this is 1860. 31st of C. C is January. So the 31st of January, 1860. That's when this piece... Oh, I didn't share it, did I? Sorry. Come back. So we have Z up here, which is the top one, which is 1860. And then we have the C, which is January underneath for the month. So we know the Z is 1860. We got the month, the day is 31, so 31st. The month over here is January. So 31st of January, 1860. That is batch number and parcel number and quality, things like that. If anybody wants to know how to date Victorian lozenge marks and registration numbers and things like that, go to that video. The link will be in the description. Anyway, this is a beautiful little thing. Again, 160 something year old. 1860, so it's 40, 62, 162. So I'm slightly out on my math on the drug as well. 162-year-old. And this is a little game marker. It reads on the back, W registered, so it's registered design. Whit marker, whist, W-H-I-S-T marker. That's what it reads. Now, when I looked it up, it's basically for like cribbage and things like that, different games like that. This hand is a marker that turns and points to the number. And this is made in, I'd say, brass. And it's just a nice, quirky little object. I paid £8 for it because I'd never seen one before. And I loved the fact of that. Again, I could date it to the day. It's in good condition. A little bit of verdigris on there. To be honest with you, you want to see that on someone of this age. And I found a couple of examples. And these markers, they're retailing, you know, like £30-40. If I can have a quick look, I'll show you. W-H-I-S-T marker. Victorian brass. There we go. If I come across and share. There we go. There's an almost identical one, but there on the top, £45 on eBay. And newer ones there in Bakelite, £40. So that's about where I'm going to be with it. It's going to be around 40 quid for £8, £35-40. But what a nice, unusual, interesting item, again, for the website. I got more to do, but I'm going to do a little bit of jewellery for a minute. I was up in Gethlegay car boot sale, and I was buying the Whitefriars jugs, and I looked across, and a couple of dealers were talking about some jewellery on the stall, and I actually thought it was the stall I was on selling the jewellery, and someone was looking at it, and I knew them. So I said, anything nice there? And he said, oh, just looking at some jewellery, and his wife distracted me then with the Whitefriars on purpose. So I left him to it. Anyway, the gentleman walks away. So I said, well, can I have a look at the jewellery? And they turned on him. He said, oh, he was trying to sell it to us, not us trying to sell it to him. So I went, all right, the new buyer. He went, no, there was a few gold rings now in there, but I didn't want to, say they were gold and I wanted it cheaper. And I thought, well, why didn't you just make him an offer? Be fair. Anyway, I go off. I find the stall that the dealer was on. I said, do you mind if I have a look at the box of jewellery, please? I'll make you an offer. He said, yeah, no problem at all. And he pulls out the box of jewellery. And I purchased 3 rings off the gentleman. And I offered him £50, for which he gladly accepted. Now, this is the star of the day. This is absolutely gorgeous. It's 9-carat gold, mounted with a large piece of amber, fully hallmarked. Beautiful thing. Now, bear in mind, I paid £50 for 3. Have a look at this. 9-carat gold rings. Hang on. So if you start at the top, some people are asking silly money from £495 for a small one there. I presume some of these are new. £400 there. Maybe they're jewelers. I'm not sure. But 300s. Am I sharing? Let me see. Yes. And they come all the way down. They're asking crazy money. Look at that. £200 for a tiny little bit of amber in a plain gold band. Then I come across the sold ones. There's one there. These are only 9-carat on show here. The plain one there, 325, 180, 150, but there seems to be 140, 150 seems to be the fair price for the type of ring I have here. 143, 145, 140. They do go down in price. But there's enough there sold, 120 to 150 and so on, to justify it. So already I'm going to be in profit just off this beautiful ring. I'm going to be putting 150 on there minimum. And if it don't sell, it'll sit there. It's a beautiful, beautiful ring. and I'm going to be asking 150 for it. Then was this one. Now this one I didn't actually look at the time. I just picked the 3 up, saw hallmarks, and made them an offer on them. I didn't even pull an eyeglass out. This one is a beautiful garnet ring. Now this is an old ring. I haven't dated it yet. It needs a good clean. I can't read the hallmarks tidy, but this one is gold on silver. Would have been nice if it was gold. Unfortunately, gold on silver. I can see a lion on there. But a nice big garnet, antique rings, gold on silver. It's going to be a £30 ring. Then I have this, probably Art Deco, because it's set with marquisites, and faceted amber in sterling silver. And that's probably a £15 to £20 ring. So all in all, for my £50 outlay, I'm going to be asking £200 return for the 3 rings. Why people try and rob them at the car boot sales, I don't know. Why try and buy them for £1 or £2 a ring when you could just say, okay, that's gold, that's silver. And I actually did tell them the truth. I told them straight that was gold. That one I felt was silver, that one is silver. And it was. And I said, I'll give you 50 quid. Nobody else made that type of offer, and he was more than happy. So he went home with a smile, and I'm very happy with the 3 rings. This I bought from my next door stall, which is absolutely glorious. It's a vintage. I'm not sure how old, but it's got some age. It's like an aluminium post box, clearly. Nice post box. I love this crest on the front. Absolutely love it. I love the distressed look on the red. That's the colour it was. That's the colour it is now, all faded, distressed, almost pink. So you know it's been in the sun for a long time. It comes with a key. Opens up. So it's got a bit of age. I don't know if it was something there originally. I don't know. With those 2 holes, I don't know. But it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I would never repaint it. I love the fact all this paint is flaking off. It's just got a lovely look. I paid £5 for a metal post box with a memorial or crest on the front, with its key. Just over the moon, to be honest with you. I think that's £30 of anyone's money. No problem at all. £30, £40 of anyone's money. Just a lovely, quirky little item. I like different, as you know. Then a bit of run-of-the-mill for me. I've had a few of these over the years. We have a large example of an Empoli apothecary jar. This is Italian glass Empoli. Nice clear stem in a beautiful amber colour finish. This sort of circus tent top to them. They always have. Real nice example. Good condition, no damage to it anyway. Beautiful thing. This cost me £3. Depending on colour and size, these sort of range from £25, £30 all the way up to like £70, £80, depending. This is probably a £35 to £40 apothecary jar. It's in such good condition and it's absolutely glorious and a beautiful size. But for £3. I didn't actually pull any of them up to share with you. Bear with me. If I went to eBay, I never actually looked any up. I've had so many of them, I didn't bother. But yeah, take a look. Hopefully you can see. Let me just check. Yeah. Look at some of the prices on some of these. These tall ones, like they're asking 300s. Lovely mind. Look at the colour on that green one there. Let me zoom in a bit for you. Not too far there. Look at those. I haven't actually seen any of them, but I tell you what, I'll be keeping my eye out for them. That's a super shape. We'll come down to the type I got now. There's a plain one there. Right. So, highest price one they're asking for what I've got is that pink one or red one there, 160 quid. There's one in blue, 150. So the prices may have gone up a little bit. I'll have to have a look 150 again there. There's an amber one there, 144. Amber vertical optic, 140. Maybe I'll have to up my price a bit on this. I do tend to research the stuff. There it is. That's the one I got. £125 they're asking. Apothecary jar candy dish with lid. Maybe I'll up my price to about £65–70. That's the wrong one. There we go. But yeah, I buy apothecary jars amply regularly. That's now going up for about 75 instead of £35–40 that I was thinking. But it was £3. So, you know, another cracking buy. For £3 again, I had this, which is probably a kilo or two of copper or brass underneath English silver plate. Beautiful shape. And this is a champagne or ice bucket. So you put your bottle of champagne or bottle of wine in here, a little bit of ice around it, keep it cool. Two nice handles for carrying it. Beautiful quality, in beautiful condition. No wear to it. Well, say no, minimal wear to it. The odd little bit of scratching and now it's been cleaned, but you know, the plate hasn't worn off. And it's a good size. Again, nice bottle in there. That was £3 again. And do you know the best part? Brass at the moment and copper is over £3 a kilo. That is over a kilo. So I could literally go into my scrap pot and still make a profit on it. But that'll be sold for about £40, £45. Again, for £3. So I'm really, really pleased with that. It's been a lovely, cracking little haul, to be honest with you. I'm over the moon with it. Another bit of jewellery. Warren James jewellery box. Now, what we have here is a necklace and earring set with cubic zirconia in sterling silver. There's a beautiful necklace. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. I've got the earrings here to match it. The reason I'm holding them is because they, I don't want to stick them back in there. They've fallen off. I don't have to struggle with them. But yeah, it says on the box there, sterling silver, beautiful cubic zirconias, necklace and earrings. I paid £4. It's not fortunes, but a set like this for Christmas time is a £15 to £20 set on the website. I got one piece left to show you. And I don't think it's that old, but it really is quality and quirky. I say one item. I got a family. I must be quackers. I was waiting all day to say that joke. So I have a mother and two little ducks, or ducklings. So let's look at them. So the main body is wood, carved wood. The beak and the legs are sort of wrought iron. You can see there's a little clue where I've had it from. This one come from a charity shop. When I called up to Asda's, they had them in the charity shop, and they were £7 for the 3. So you have metal wings, applied metal, very thin, maybe tin or something along those lines. So yeah, wrought iron beak, wrought iron feet, wooden bodies, little tin wings. And you have the mother and the 2 babies. Now, looking at this one has had some damage. This one's been dropped, but I'm still going to sell them as a set. These ones are perfect. This one here looks like he's been dropped and the head has come off and been put back on, and again by here. But it's not the end of the world. I paid £7 for the 3. It's just a no-brainer in it. I'll probably drizzle a little bit of glue into there just to strengthen it up and there. I want to hide the fact it's been off, but in all honesty, a little bit of wood filler in there and touch it up and you wouldn't even see it. So it's an easy fix. And I see the 3. Now, I don't think they're old, but I see the 3 ducks at about £35. No problem whatsoever with that duck, with that bit of damage. They gotta be 10 or a duck, haven't they? Gotta be. So, what do you think? Isn't that a lovely little haul? It's come over 1 or 2 days. It haven't come in one day. But what a lovely little haul. I'm absolutely ecstatic. A little bit of money spent. Star lot. Without a shadow of a doubt. 198-year-old. It's almost 200-year-old. It's as good as the day it was made, for me anyway. There is some way to the gilding, I suppose, a little bit of scratching and that. I haven't cleaned it. I've left it original. No dents in that. Oh, £40. Oh, hang on. I got another one. I got one more lot. Just a modern collectible. Nothing valuable. I had 2 little globes. Bought these off a friend who just does like house clearing stuff very similar to myself. He had them on the stall, and they owe me £1 each. They owe me £2 for the 2. And the first one here we have is a Spitfire. These are in a glass globe and hand-blown glass or molded glass. Either way, the glass, so you've got a glass airplane in a glass globe, and they are by Mayflower Glass, artistic glassware. So that's the first. It's even got his little label on it still. So you have a Spitfire, and we have the hot air balloon. It's like a sort of lamp work. It could very well be lamp work, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure. By lamp work, I mean hand blown, but worked. It just says manufacturer of artistic glassware. Anyway, they owe me £2. I thought they'd make a nice little parcel for £15 on the website, a Spitfire and a hot air balloon. If you're into transportation and things, they're just a collectible. They're not old, they're not valuable, but £15, £7.50 a piece. It's not expensive. That's where I see them. I'll put them on as a pair for £15. So, do you like the film? If you do, remember what I asked. Please like, share, comment, and all the rest of it. It really does help the YouTube algorithm. And check out, if you want to know how to do the Victorian lozenge marks and the registration numbers, check out the video. I'll put the link to the video in the description. And other than that, I think I'm about done. I made a video yesterday regarding that beautiful, absolutely stunning sterling silver panther pendant brooch, with some questions behind it. Basically, mine had import marks for 1991. When I cleaned it, I was mistaken on the import letter, and it's 1991. But when I done the research, after a few people pointed out different things, it is identical to the Ari de Norman jewellery in the Duchess of Windsor collection, but it doesn't carry the mark. They reckon they made the jewellery in the UK, but yet mine clearly got an import mark, and it is clearly from the same collection. And it's not a fake. I've established that because they're not actually advertising that pattern brooch. And if someone was going to fake their wares, they would have faked an identical one and tried to put their name on it. So, yeah. And it'd been through a London assay office. So, yeah. Go and watch that video. They're a beautiful brooch. It's up for £225 and I paid 50p for that. That was a cracker. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed. Thank you for watching. If you've got a favourite, leave a comment and I'll see you soon. Bye for now, guys.